Now, Rob Bell in Love Wins, how many of you have read Love Wins? Okay, a couple people. Rob Bell, who was an evangelical pastor, he's resigned from pastoral work right now. He's doing some other things, but I believe Rob still considers himself an evangelical. But he wrote this book, Love Wins, and in it he more than suggests, he lays out all of these different, he asks questions by the hundreds. It's questioning everything. And then it's suggesting that, okay, there's always been a legitimate belief in Christendom. One of the accepted beliefs has been that the redemptive work of Christ on the cross will ultimately save everyone. Or if not everyone, virtually everyone. Now he's right, there's always been people who believe that. But he's wrong that it's ever been considered orthodox to believe that, because all the early church councils condemned that universalistic thinking because it just cannot be capably justified by Scripture. There's certainly passages you can take out of context. There's one in 2 Corinthians 5. There's a number of others where you could take them out of context where it might appear to be saying that all will be saved. But then you stack it up against all these other passages, including the statements of Jesus where people consciously in hell experiencing eternal damnation, and it becomes very clear that that's not the proper interpretation of the other passages. And so Rob Bell says a staggering number of people have been taught that a select few Christians will spend forever, and by the way, you know, he's stacking the deck already, because a select few Christians. There are people who go around who think that only Baptists of the exact same persuasion as they will go to heaven, but I don't think there are many people like that. There are a lot of people who believe that you must, in some way, if you have the capability of doing so, turn to Christ. Place your faith in Him. Trust Him. Say, I'm sorry for my sin, God, would you accept me on the basis of what Jesus has done for me? The prayer can be prayed 1,000 different ways. It's not one magic thing. But yeah, there are a lot of people who believe that. But that's not exactly who have been taught. That a select few Christians, that is, who do what I do and abstain from what I abstain from, will spend forever in a peaceful, joyous place called heaven, while the rest of humanity spends forever in torment and punishment in hell with no chance for anything better. Then he says, this is misguided, toxic, and ultimately subverts the contagious spread of Jesus' message of love, peace, forgiveness, and joy that our world desperately needs to hear. Now, does our world desperately need to hear Jesus' message of love, peace, forgiveness, and joy? Absolutely. Totally agree with you, Rob Bell. I'm with you 100%. It's just that he says if they need to hear that message, part of that message cannot be that some people will go forever, or most people, those who don't accept this, those that don't turn to Christ in faith, will spend eternity in hell. That's not an acceptable thing. Well, if we were in charge of making up the truth and inventing what's true, and we all got to cast our little votes like in the Jesus seminar, then I'm sure that hell would lose. And everybody going to heaven, would win. But this has not been given to us. We are not God's speech writers. We're His messenger boys and girls. That's two different things.